Greetings everyone, what is up with me again, Tam Prime 1 with another video review for all in this video review where we're taking a look at Transformers 86 Deluxe Class Cup. Now I will have to say this real fast first. Sometimes I want to call a Voyager class a Deluxe class and vice versa. I don't know how or why I do that. I guess I somehow get them mixed up, but right now let's go ahead and take a quick look at Cup right here. Very nicely done with this vehicle mode, Hasbro. Very nicely done. You definitely did look into this vehicle mode a whole lot, and I do know about there are two different vehicle versions of him. The first one of which from my understanding, is of him being Orion Pax. Like all they just did was I think did like a bit of a redeco, like major repaint on him and remolded him slightly to look like Orion Pax from G1. And like at a store that's close by to me, they have like a 2-pack that it features, I believe, Alita 1 and an orange colored version of him. I can't remember what that one's name is, but yeah, they definitely did like a couple of repaints on him. And I won't be surprised if they did another repaint on him for like maybe for maybe like Ironhide, or well, for Ironhide they already came out with a transformer with already for like a figure for him. Trying to spit that out right there. Sometimes I want to say it, but it doesn't want to spit out of my mouth. But other than that, they definitely did a really good job with Cup right here. I especially love the little Autobot symbol right there on the front. Very nicely done. I love that as the as the G1 aspect right there. Or it's the G1 reference. I don't know how else to say it right there. Also, I love this right here. Love the little detailing right there for his little chest piece for whenever he gets into his robot mode. Very nicely done, Hasbro. Also like the Autobot symbol right there, along with on this side right here. Very nicely done. You can also see his feet, his little fist, and underneath you can see his arms and his legs. He's kind of like a shell former in a way, because like his arms are hidden up below his vehicle mode, while his legs are disguised as the vehicle. And the upper part of his body is also disguised as part of the vehicle, except for his head, which is in there. You can I think that's like a part of his head right there. I'm not 100% for certain right there off the top of my head. But yeah, other than that, really nicely done. I do love all the little detailings on him right here. So yeah, Hasbro, you definitely did a really good job with him. I'm hoping to see more and more figures like Cup, like from the movie, and I'm hoping to maybe see a leader class Optimus Prime from the Studio Series 86 line. That would be really nice to have right there. Very nice to have. I would love to see that right there. But yeah, other than that, with all that they put onto his vehicle mode, like it's a Cybertronian truck. I will say this, I do love the aspect of him being a Cybertronian truck, because that is very nicely done right there. It shows that like he's an old timer. He's probably ready to retire, but he is mentoring to do towards Hot Rod. And once he teaches Hot Rod a thing or two, Hot Rod goes on to become leader of the Autobots, known as Rodimus Prime. I would love to see a leader class out of him as well, along with Galvatron. And no, I do not want to be a package refresh version off of the Studio Series Kingdom, not Studio Series Kingdom, but the Legacy line, because like Hasbro has done a lot of repackaging with so many of the Transformers. If anything else, I would love to see like Optimus Prime be like a completely new remolded version based off of like, well, maybe off of his MP version. I'm not 100% for certain, but we'll see what Hasbro comes on out with real soon. I hope it's nothing like with what they did for Leader Class Starscream. Because as we all know, they only remolded his hands and just gave him a bit of a more movie-accurate paint job. And he has only the same transformation as his, I believe, Kingdom, like Earthrise / Kingdom version. I can't remember fully. If you can, just remind me in the comment section below. But also, other than that, very nicely done, Hasbro. And also, I will say this, I've been aiming to see Cup in the movies. We have not gotten to see him or Hot Rod in any of the films. And I do not count The Last Night. I will never count The Last Night, because that is not Hot Rod right there. They can mess with certain Transformers, but right now with Hot Rod and Wheeljack, they cannot mess with them. Because quite frankly, they didn't, I felt like they did not represent them in the movies all that great, unless of course if you count for Bumblebee, which I do strongly count for Bumblebee movie. Bumblebee definitely had a strong aspect of Wheeljack in that movie. But yeah, other than that, really nicely done, Hasbro. especially with the overall vehicle mode of him being like a truck. Very nicely done. I know, and I will say this, I do not think a lot of people understand that I believe he's supposed to resemble a Cybertron truck. Also, I'll have to explain this part as well. Whenever I first heard about Cup, I thought he sounded like a very youthful teenager up until I saw the movie, and he was like an old coot, and quite frankly, somehow that clicked with me. That just instantly clicked with me because like it made a lot of sense, especially if I mentored Hot Rod. So yeah, you have that right there. But right, also like let's see, what else was there? I think there's a few other things I wanted to mention about Cup. Also, if they were to put Cup into the movies, I wish they would like place it into where like he would be like a Cybertron truck. Well, not Cybertron, but like an Earthbound truck with like maybe 2 doors or 2.5 doors on him, so that way it'll show like he's an old or like an old truck, like maybe more of an old style truck. That's what I'm trying to say right there. An old style truck with like maybe 2 doors or 2.5 doors if they ever made those kind of trucks back in the day. But yeah, they definitely did a fantastic job with Cup right here, and also with his little Cybertronian wheels right here. They don't roll as much on this wind table. I will admit this, like some of the rubber wheels, like they grip better on the table than these wheels do. So yeah, I might have to get myself maybe a metal table. My best friend is fine. They gave me this table, and I really love this table. But I'll have to admit this, like it's hard to even remotely see the wheels roll. It's harder to even see the wheels roll. So I'll say this: I'm definitely gonna keep the table for as long as possible, probably up until like I can probably find myself a metal table. But yeah, they definitely helped me out in the long run with all this right here. But right now, let's go ahead and get down to the accessories that he has. Right here, he has the gun and let's see if I can remember this correctly. I had to do a little bit of research and watch a video review on him. I watched MGo's video on him for just in case, and these are Energon goodies right here. I thought this was originally a weapon, but it turns out these are actually Energon goodies right here that Cup has. So yeah, Cup has some Energon goodies right here, along with his little gun right there. And his storage wise for this stuff right here, his gun can go onto this side of the vehicle mode. There we go. And his little Energon goodie you can store on his vehicle mode as well. Right onto this side right here. Oh boy, I feel like I still have an acid reflux right now. And I just took a tum. Does it go like that, or does it go like, I think it goes like this right here. I think it goes like maybe this right here. I'd say probably either way. I'd say probably go up so that way you don't drop all the Energon goodies out. So yeah, you can just do like right there for storage. So yeah, there you have it. They have him for storage. For weapon storage. So there we go so far. Now for some comparisons, here he is with Earthrise / Kingdom, Optimus Prime. He looked a little lopsided, but there we go. Along with his student Hot Rod. Why am I even talking about like that knockoff version from the film? I don't know why. So there we go. There we are so far. And finally, here we have him with Leader Class Grimlock. Raise this up a little bit to get a really good comparison. There you go. So far. And if you're wondering, I do not have Snarl yet. I do plan on getting him in my collection. I've just been having to be really cheap right now. Really cheap. Now for the transformation sequence for Cup. I know it's been a while since I've done this, so just bear with me real quick. Just bear with me. Just go ahead and split apart his legs right here. Go ahead and let's go ahead and that just separated right there. I will admit this, like Prime vs. Prime is very much right. This is a pretty good gimmick right here, but it can also get annoying with his arms right there. So yeah, just go ahead and flip this on up right here. This will tab in right there. If I'm doing this correctly, I will be correcting myself if I'm wrong on this. It has definitely been a while since I transformed Cup. Here we go. There we are so far. Now what we want to do is go ahead and take this, bring this on back here, and this will go, hang on for a second. If I can do this correct, if I can find out, ooh, there we go. I think I got it right there. I'm gonna tap this right here. There we go so far. There we go. And just bring it on back. There we go. Now right here at the feet, let's go ahead and bring out the little foot right here and this foot right here as well. Come on, there we go. Also, I want to say this. My college semester is about to begin this Thursday on 8/16. It'll begin roughly on 8/16 of this year, which will be my statistics class. So I might not be doing as many videos as possible because I will have to do a lot of focus on statistics. I know it's my only class, but for my happened in spring semester, even though I was taking that class along with 4 others, I dropped one out of it because it was very complicated for me in my other classes. So yeah, go ahead, rotate this on down right here. Let's rotate his body on down right there. Take his arms, rotate them off, bring them on forward. There we go. So far, so good. There we go. R. I do know. There we go. This part of his body does lift up right here. So you can see. I want to show you all how it was. Like this right here so far. Lift, rotate it on up right here. To fold that on down. And there we go so far. Now, so far with this body part right here, you're just going to flip these on in. Put that on in right here. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. I'm going to try to correct the camera a bit. Oops, I adjusted the leg a little bit, but there we go. Take this wheel, insert it back right there. I don't even know how this thing came off. I have no idea. So go ahead, rotate these things back into here. There you go. That's a lot better. I don't know how that thing came off. It might have been because I was trying to do these 2 things at once earlier. Not for sure. Not for sure. Yeah, there we go so far. Now for the legs, I'll have to say this, like, it's amazing how they do the legs right here. Okay, you have to make sure you do this correctly because, like, there's a couple of tabs in here for the transformation gimmick. Now what you want to do is, let's see here. Hang on for a second. Like, if I'm remembering this correctly, like, I think that's supposed to go on down right there. I think you're supposed to. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. This thing is the key. So once you close this one up right here, there you go. Because like this right here, there's a couple of slots, that little tab to go into. Rotate it on down ever so slightly. Rotate this back on up, and tab that into place. So yeah, there's a tab. There's a slot right up there for vehicle. Right down here for robot. So yeah, there we go. And I want to show you this real fast. It really amazes me that, like, you just bring it ever so slightly and it goes into that kind of angle right there. Then you bring it down, rotate it down ever so slightly, and push it back on up and just tap it into place. That amazes me right there of how well the amount of distance a slight amount can do. It just really amazes me right there. It really does. Excuse me, sorry. Now go ahead, rotate this on down. I've been having a bit of indigestion. And just rotate his arm on up, rotate this on down, and tap that into place right there, and just tap this into place right here. This thing right here, rotate this on down, rotate this on up, over, and just rotate this into place, tap into place. There we go, tap that right there. Rotate his head around. Because I think the last time I read the instructions, the head was supposed to rotate around, if I'm thinking correctly. Now, what you want to do is this, 2 slots right here, 2 tabs right there. Those little wheel guards, and just fold this on in, bring this on up, and tab that into place, if at all possible, right there. Right there. There we go. There you go. And I'd say that is it for Cup, as he is now in his little robot mode. And I must say this, they definitely did a really good job with him. Really nice job, Hasbro. Although I will say this, I do wish I would have made this a little bit more slanted and not as flat. Maybe just like maybe just have it to where like the chest can angle on out a little bit to poke on out to show like a little bit of a tummy right here and to show that his chest, like, well, it feels like in the movie, it feels like his chest is not flat, but more out a little bit, just to show like a. No, I'm not for sure of how to put it from right there. I meant that, but I do wish that they just didn't make it super flat. I just wish I would have made it where it could pop out just a little bit right there. But other than that, they definitely did a fantastic job with his overall robot mode. Really love what they did right here with him, especially like I do like this right here. You can just pop this on off to like show like I lost my arm, because like I believe they did this little gimmick for the film right from the film right here because of how he loses. Oh wait, hang on for a second, I almost forgot. Like these little tabs have to go into these little slots right here, otherwise his head's flopping. That's one thing I almost forgot right there. I knew something seemed off. I even felt a bit off right there. Come on, there we go. And just sit on this side right here. There we go. There you are. Now everything is tabbed into place correctly. He is now good to go. But yeah, with these right here, I do like that little gimmick right there. It definitely is like he's broken up from the film. Oh, I need help. Fix me, please, Hot Rod. You're the only one around that can. But yeah, they definitely did a pretty good job with the overall look on Cup right here. I love how they did all the molded details on him right here, including with the orange little pieces right there. Very nicely done, especially on the little belt area. Well, the little belt-like area. Not too bad, not too bad. And right down here for articulation with his feet, you get a bit of an ankle tiltage right there. Arm goes around, out, and in. Bend the elbow right there, almost all the way up. This looks like it's cut off. I do wish they would have made it to where like it was more circular in there, to where it looks like it was more connected. Like that looks a lot better because like it looks like it's connected properly. But if you do it like this right here, it doesn't look connected. I do wish that they would have made it to where this thing was like more of a circle or something, to where it could like go in right there, and they could have like included these little indents right here inside the circle. So yeah, they could have done that right there. And also with his legs, you can do splits like this, and also you can do splits like this right here. Very nicely done, very nicely done. Also, for his little stuff, you also still have his weapon of choice. His little gun, he can shoot at any and all Decepticons. Bang, 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 bang. Come on, there we go. And also his little Energon goodies. And no, the Sharkticon is not around. He is downstairs in the basement. He will not bother Cup. And I just noticed this right here. Like, you just put in like this right here. It won't snap on out like it did earlier because, like, well, I'm not for sure why. It looks like it would be the same. Yeah, oh, there we go. There you are. So, yeah. But you want it more aim it in because, like, you don't get that little peg on the outside. I think that's how they have it right there. So that way you can just aim it this way because the little Energon goodie, you can just stick it out right there. So, yeah, they definitely did a great job with that piece right there. I do love how they did Cup overall, especially with how old his face looks. A little bit of a mess, right? Like, oops, sorry about that, people. Sorry about that. Like, there's a little spot on there. I'm not for sure if that's paint chipped off or anything. It might be just a little spot of a mess. I might be able to clean that off soon. But yeah, really beautiful head sculpt right there. I do love the old timer head sculpt they gave Cup right there. I love how they did Cup right here. I'll say this, like, with their 86 line, they are doing a pretty good job. I'm just hoping they don't get too lazy with it because they have created, like, I noticed both I believe a Voyagers or Deluxe class. I think it's a I do get them mixed up from time to time, like either Voyager or Deluxe class with Ironhide and Ratchet, and a core class with the two of them as well, which confuses me, but it's how Hasbro is doing their things. I don't know why they do that kind of stuff right there. They just do it for some odd reason. But yeah, very nicely done with Cup right there. Very, very, very greatly done with all the molded details right here. And still, if he was to be put in the Transformers films, I would love to see him along with the actual version of Hot Rod. And now for the comparisons. Here he is with Optimus Prime right here, along with Hot Rod right here. And since Hot Rod is in the mood, since he's up here right now, I'm going to also put in Grimlock. Gonna get the camera put on up here a good bit as much as possible. There you go. There we are. Push them on back to get a full-fledged view. So yeah, there they all are. And I must admit this, pretty good comparison. I really do love this comparison right here. Very nicely done, very beautifully done. So yeah. And that is pretty much it for Cup right there. Let me bring him much closer. Let me bring him in much closer so y'all can get a good enough look at him. So yeah, they definitely did a fantastic job with him. And if you want to get Cup, he'll be lucky enough if he's on Hasbro Pulse still, or maybe on tsforce.com or any other websites that you know about. More preferably, you could possibly find him on eBay. That is your best bet right there. And if you all like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel along with my Tip on One Gaming channel. Also, check me out on other social media such as Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram, Discord, and so on. Until next time, I'm Tim on One. I'm based off right now. So, peace out.